Episode 61, A Face from the Past. The entire intelligence team gathered at headquarters. The dead villain's belongings had been recovered from the warehouse. Kabir placed several files on the conference table. Nothing, he sighed. Every identity is fake. He erased every trace. Anaya stared silently at the old photograph found in the villain's pocket. It showed a little girl, herself. But the man standing beside her had his face torn away. Her heartbeat quickened. I've never seen this photo before. Her handler looked serious. You were found at the orphanage when you were 6 years old. We believed your past had been completely erased. So who is he? Anaya whispered. No one knows. Meanwhile, at the Khanna mansion, Rudra couldn't stop thinking about the villain's final words. The mastermind is much closer than you can imagine. That sentence refused to leave his mind. Just then, the mansion's landline rang. Arjun answered it. Hello? Only silence. Then a calm male voice spoke. Tell Rudra Khanna. The game has entered its final stage. The call disconnected. The family immediately informed Rudra. Back at headquarters, an officer rushed into the room. Sir, we recovered a hidden audio file from the villain's watch. Kabir quickly played it. A distorted voice echoed through the speakers. Mission failed. Eliminate yourself if captured. Then, for less than 2 seconds, another voice was heard. Clear. Calm. Powerful. Prepare my return to India. The room fell silent. The handler looked shocked. It can't be. Kabir looked at him. You know that voice? The handler slowly nodded. I've heard it only once, years ago. He is known only by one name. The Emperor. No photograph. No fingerprints. No confirmed identity. Only a legend feared by intelligence agencies across the world. Anaya clenched her fists. So the real mastermind has finally made his move. Far away, a private jet landed at a secluded airstrip. A man in a black suit stepped down, but his face remained hidden. He looked toward the city lights and smiled. Hello, Anaya. I've come home. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire Blackheart. Episode 62, The Emperor's Arrival. Rain poured over the city as the private jet disappeared into a secured hangar. Several luxury SUVs waited nearby. The man known only as the Emperor stepped out. His face remained hidden beneath the shadow of an umbrella. Every person around him lowered their head. Welcome back, sir. He didn't answer. He simply walked to the first SUV. Inside, a tablet displayed the latest news. Khanna Group survives another attack. A faint smile appeared on his lips. Rudra Khanna. An agent A-17. So you've survived every test. Dash. At the intelligence headquarters, the atmosphere was tense. The handler addressed Anaya and Kabir. From this moment, every officer connected to this case is on high alert. Kabir asked, Do we know what the Emperor wants? The handler replied, Power, money, and something hidden inside the Khanna Group. Rudra frowned. My company? The handler nodded. Years ago, your late grandfather helped transport a classified government project. After an attack, the project disappeared. The Emperor believes the final clue is connected to your family. Rudra looked shocked. My family never told me any of this. Because they were ordered to keep it secret. Anaya looked at Rudra. This is bigger than we imagined. Dash. That evening, Everyone returned to the Khanna mansion. The family tried to act normal, but no one could relax. Grandmother lit a diya in the temple and prayed for everyone's safety. Suddenly, the mansion's electricity flickered. The television switched on by itself. Static filled the screen. Then a distorted image appeared. A man in a black suit. His face was blurred. His voice was calm and confident. "Good evening, Khanna family." Everyone froze. "I don't believe in second chances. I believe in endings." He looked directly into the camera. "Rudra, protect your family if you can." Then he smiled. "And Anaya." For the first time, he called her by a name no one else knew. "Welcome back, Princess." The screen went black. Anaya's face turned pale. Her hands trembled. Kabir stared at her in disbelief. Rudra stepped closer. "Princess," Anaya whispered. "Only one person used to call me that." The room fell silent. Who was the emperor? And how did he know the name Anaya had forgotten long ago? To be continued, Heavy Black Heart Fire. Episode 63, The Forgotten Memory. The living room remained silent after the television went black. No one spoke. Rudra gently held Anaya's trembling hand. "Who used to call you Princess?" Anaya closed her eyes, trying to remember. I don't know." She pressed her fingers against her forehead. "I can hear the voice, but I can't see the face." Kabir exchanged a worried glance with the handler. This could be a suppressed childhood memory. The handler nodded. When Anaya was rescued as a child, she had suffered severe trauma. The doctors believed many of her early memories were locked away. Mrs. Khanna walked over and hugged Anaya. "You don't have to remember everything today. We're all with you." Anaya smiled faintly. For the first time in years, she truly felt she had a family. Just then, a security officer rushed into the mansion. "Sir, we found something outside the main gate." Everyone hurried out. Lying on the ground was a beautifully wrapped gift box. There was no sender's name. Kabir carefully scanned it. No explosives. Rudra slowly opened the box. Inside was a delicate silver music box. As soon as he wound the key, a soft lullaby began to play. The melody echoed through the garden. Anaya suddenly froze. Tears filled her eyes. "I know the song." Without realizing it, she softly hummed the tune. Grandmother looked at her in surprise. "You've heard it before?" Anaya nodded. "My mother used to sing this to me." The words escaped her lips before she could stop them. She gasped. It was the first real memory she had recovered from her childhood. Beneath the music box lay a small handwritten note. Rudra unfolded it. It read, "Memories are returning, Princess. When you remember everything, come and meet me. Only then will you learn who truly destroyed your family." There was no signature. Only one symbol. A black crown. Kabir's face hardened. The emperor. Far away, inside a grand mansion hidden in the hills, the mysterious man watched the Khanna mansion through a live surveillance feed. He smiled as Anaya held the music box close to her heart. "Very soon, you'll remember me. And when you do, the whole world will change." His face remained hidden in the darkness. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart Crown Fire. Episode 64, The Memory That Changed Everything. That night, Anaya couldn't sleep. The music box sat on the table beside her bed, its soft melody echoing through the silent room. She slowly turned the key once more. The familiar lullaby filled the room. Suddenly, a flash. A little girl ran through a garden, laughing. "Catch me, princess," a warm male voice called. The little girl turned and smiled. "Papa!" The memory vanished. Anaya gasped and clutched her head. "Papa!" A tear rolled down her cheek. At that moment, Rudra entered after hearing something fall. "Anaya!" He rushed to her side. "What's wrong?" She looked at him with trembling eyes. I remembered something." Rudra gently held her shoulders. "What did you see?" "I was a little girl. Someone called me princess." Her voice shook. "I called him Papa." Rudra listened quietly. It wasn't the emperor. She shook her head firmly. "No." The voice was different. He wasn't the man on the television. Before either of them could say another word, Kabir called. "Anaya, come to headquarters immediately. We found something." Dash. An hour later. The intelligence headquarters. The handler projected an old classified file onto the screen. At the top was a faded photograph of a smiling couple holding a 4-year-old girl. Rudra stared at the picture. The little girl looked exactly like Anaya. The mother's face was clear, but the father's face had been deliberately burned away. Kabir spoke quietly. "The file is 20 years old. The family name has been erased." The handler took a deep breath. "We've confirmed one thing." He looked directly at Anaya. "Your parents weren't ordinary people. They were undercover intelligence officers." The room fell silent. Anaya's eyes widened. "My parents were agents?" The handler nodded. "They disappeared while investigating the same criminal network we're fighting today." Before anyone could process the revelation, every computer screen in the room suddenly turned black. A single message appeared in red letters. "Stop digging into the past." Then another line slowly appeared. "Or this time, you will lose Rudra." Rudra immediately stood beside Anaya. "We're not afraid of you." The screen went black again. Somewhere in the darkness, the emperor smiled. His greatest secret was about to be uncovered, and he was ready to kill to keep it buried. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire. Episode 65, The Man in the Photograph. The warning from the mysterious hacker echoed through the control room. No one spoke. The handler immediately ordered, "Lock down the entire headquarters. Trace the source of that message." Officers rushed to their stations, but within minutes one of them shook his head. "Sir, the signal bounced through dozens of countries. Whoever did this planned it perfectly." Kabir clenched his jaw. The emperor is always one step ahead. Anaya couldn't take her eyes off the old family photograph. Her fingers gently touched the burnt corner where her father's face had once been. "There has to be another copy," she whispered. The handler nodded. "There is, but it's kept in the National Intelligence Archive." Just then, another officer hurried into the room carrying a sealed envelope. "Sir, this was delivered by an anonymous courier." The handler opened it carefully. Inside was an old key and a handwritten note. "The truth is hidden where the first promise was made." Everyone looked confused. Only Anaya froze. "The orphanage." Rudra looked at her. "You know this place?" Anaya nodded slowly. "When I was little, Sister Maria once told me I was found wearing a small silver key around my neck, but it disappeared before I could remember anything." She looked at the key in the envelope. It looks exactly the same. The handler made his decision immediately. We leave for the orphanage at dawn. If this key opens something, it could reveal the first clue about Anaya's past. Far away, inside a dimly lit room, the emperor watched the conversation through another hidden camera. A man beside him asked quietly, "Should we stop them?" The emperor smiled. "No. Let them find the truth." The man looked confused. "But why?" The emperor slowly stood and walked toward a large portrait hanging on the wall. The face in the portrait was still hidden by shadows. "Because the first clue," he whispered with a calm smile, "will lead them exactly where I want them to go." Outside, thunder echoed across the night sky. The hunt for Anaya's forgotten past had finally begun. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Key. Episode 66, The Hidden Room. Early the next morning, Rudra, Anaya, Kabir, and the intelligence team reached the orphanage. Sister Maria welcomed them with a worried smile. "Anaya, is everything all right?" Anaya hugged her gently. "I hope it will be." She showed Sister Maria the old silver key. The elderly nun's eyes widened. "I've seen this before." Everyone looked at her. "The day you were brought here, you were wearing this key around your neck. We removed it for safekeeping." She led them to the orphanage chapel. Behind a large wooden cross was a tiny hidden keyhole. Anaya's hands trembled as she inserted the silver key. Click! A section of the wall slowly slid open. A secret room. Dust covered the shelves, untouched for years. In the center stood an old wooden chest. Anaya carefully opened it. Inside were a small pink teddy bear, a tiny silver bracelet with the initials AS, and a sealed envelope addressed to "For our princess." Tears welled up in Anaya's eyes. With trembling fingers, she opened the letter. "My dearest princess, if you are reading this, it means we couldn't come back for you. Never think we abandoned you. Everything we did was to keep you alive. Trust no one until you know the whole truth, especially not the man who calls himself the emperor. One day, you will learn who he really is. We love you forever. Mom and Dad." Anaya broke down in tears. Rudra wrapped an arm around her shoulders, silently supporting her. Just then, Kabir noticed another object hidden beneath the chest. "It looks like a video recorder." He pressed the power button. The dusty screen flickered to life. A man and a woman appeared on the recording. Their faces were clear. They smiled lovingly at the camera. "Happy birthday, princess!" Anaya gasped. "Mom!" Before the man beside her could speak, the recording suddenly glitched. The screen turned black. Then a distorted voice replaced it. "You found the message, but you're still too late." The video ended. The room fell silent. Outside the orphanage, a black car was parked beneath the trees. From inside, a pair of cold eyes watched the chapel. The mysterious figure smiled. "They've opened the first door. Now, let's see if they're ready for the final truth." To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire. Episode 67, The Final Recording. Silence filled the hidden room. Anaya held the video recorder tightly against her chest. Tears still glistened in her eyes. "There has to be more," Kabir said, examining the recorder. He noticed a small compartment at the bottom. "There's a hidden memory card." The intelligence team quickly connected it to a laptop. For a few seconds, the screen remained blank. Then the video began again. This time, it didn't glitch. Anaya's mother smiled warmly at the camera. "If you're watching this, princess, Then you've become strong. Beside her, Anaya's father spoke calmly. We don't have much time. Someone is coming. He looked directly into the camera. The man calling himself the Emperor is not the one who destroyed our family. Everyone froze. What? Rudra whispered. Anaya's father continued. He is only the public face of the organization. The real mastermind is someone else, someone who has remained hidden for over 20 years. Kabir and the handler exchanged shocked glances. The emperor doesn't even know his master's true identity, the recording continued. If you want to find the real enemy, follow the symbol of the white phoenix. Anaya frowned. The white phoenix. Her father nodded. Only one person knows what it means. He took a deep breath. Find Professor Dev Mehra. He was our closest friend, and the last person we trusted. Suddenly, loud footsteps echoed in the background of the recording. Anaya's mother looked frightened. They're here. Her father picked up the camera one last time. Princess, no matter what anyone tells you, we loved you. The screen went black. No one in the room spoke. Anaya silently wiped away her tears. Rudra held her hand tightly. We'll find Professor Dev. And together, we'll uncover the truth. Outside the orphanage, the black car slowly drove away. Inside, the mysterious man made a phone call. They've learned about Professor Dev. A deep voice answered from the other end. Good. Let them meet him. The man hesitated. But, won't he reveal everything? The voice chuckled. No. Because when they find Professor Dev, they'll also find me. The call ended. For the first time, even the man known as the Emperor lowered his head respectfully. Whoever was on the other end of that call was the true ruler of the entire criminal empire. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire. Episode 68, The Professor's Secret. The next morning, Rudra, Anaya, Kabir, and the intelligence team reached Professor Dev Mehra's countryside home. The gate was half open. Something's wrong, Kabir whispered. Everyone cautiously entered. The house was in complete disarray. Books were scattered across the floor, furniture had been overturned, and broken glass glittered in the sunlight. Professor Dev, Anaya called. No answer. They searched every room until Rudra noticed a trail of fresh blood leading to the study. The door creaked open. An elderly man was lying on the floor, injured but still breathing. Professor! Anaya rushed to his side. He slowly opened his eyes. You're just like your mother. Anaya's eyes filled with tears. You knew my parents? Professor Dev nodded weakly. They were the bravest officers I ever met. Kabir immediately called for an ambulance. Professor Dev grabbed Anaya's wrist before anyone could move him. Listen carefully, there's very little time. He reached into his coat and pulled out a small bronze pendant engraved with a white phoenix. This belonged to your father. He placed it in Anaya's hand. The white phoenix isn't a person. It's a secret file. A file that contains the names of everyone working for the real mastermind. Rudra leaned forward. Where is it? Professor Dev looked directly at Anaya. Inside. Before he could finish, a gunshot echoed through the room. Bang! The window shattered. A sniper's bullet struck Professor Dev in the shoulder. Take cover! Kabir shouted. Everyone ducked as more shots were fired from outside. Rudra shielded Anaya while the intelligence officers returned fire. The attackers fled within seconds. Kabir rushed back to Professor Dev. He was still alive, but barely conscious. With his last bit of strength, he whispered only 3 words into Anaya's ear. Trust no one. Then he lost consciousness. The ambulance sirens echoed in the distance. Anaya looked down at the white phoenix pendant in her hand. Who was Professor Dev warning her about? The enemy? Or someone standing right beside her? To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire. Episode 69, The Betrayer's Shadow. Professor Dev was rushed into emergency surgery. Outside the operating room, everyone waited anxiously. Kabir paced the corridor while Rudra sat beside Anaya, silently holding her hand. He's a fighter, Rudra said softly. He'll survive. Anaya nodded, but Professor Dev's last words kept echoing in her mind. Trust no one. Who was he warning her about? Just then, Kabir's phone vibrated. He glanced at the screen, frowned, and walked away to answer it. Anaya noticed. Something about his expression felt different. A few minutes later, he returned. Everything okay? Rudra asked. Kabir smiled. Just headquarters checking in. But Anaya wasn't convinced. Late that night, while everyone rested at the hospital, Anaya stepped outside for some fresh air. As she walked through the parking lot, she heard footsteps behind her. She spun around. No one. Then a folded piece of paper slid out from beneath a parked car. She picked it up. Written in black ink were the words. Professor Dev was right. The traitor is closer than you think. Don't even cross the badge. There was no name. Only the symbol of a white phoenix. Suddenly, headlights flashed. A black motorcycle sped past her. The rider tossed a small flash device onto the ground. A bright light exploded. By the time Anaya could see again, the rider had vanished. Back inside the hospital, Rudra found Anaya staring at the note. What happened? She quietly handed it to him. He read it twice. So, there's a traitor. Kabir walked over. What does it say? For a brief second, Anaya looked into Kabir's eyes. Professor Dev's warning echoed again. Trust no one. She folded the note and slipped it into her pocket. It's nothing important. Kabir nodded, but a flicker of disappointment crossed his face. From the rooftop across the street, a man lowered his binoculars. He smiled. Doubt. That's the strongest weapon. He made a call. The first seed has been planted. A deep voice replied. Good. Soon, they'll begin suspecting each other. The call ended. For the first time, the real mastermind's plan wasn't to attack with bullets. It was to destroy the trust holding Rudra, Anaya, and Kabir together. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire. Episode 70, The Test of Trust. The next morning, Professor Dev regained consciousness for a few minutes. Doctors allowed only Anaya to meet him. She hurried into the room. Professor, who is the traitor? Professor Dev smiled weakly. I told you, trust no one. Please, Anaya pleaded. People's lives are at stake. With trembling hands, he pulled a tiny pen drive from beneath his pillow. This contains part of the White Phoenix file. Anaya reached for it. Before she could take it, the hospital lights suddenly went out. The emergency alarm began to ring. What happened? Rudra shouted from outside. Within seconds, backup power restored the lights. The room was exactly as before. Except the pen drive was gone. Professor Dev stared at his empty hand in shock. No. Kabir rushed in with the security team. Anaya, are you all right? She nodded, but her eyes searched the room. The windows were locked. The door had never opened. Then how had the pen drive disappeared? Just then, an officer entered holding a small evidence pouch. Sir, we found this outside the room. Inside was a torn piece of black fabric with a silver emblem. Kabir's face hardened. This belongs to the Emperor's organization. Rudra looked at the security footage. No one entered or left. Anaya slowly turned toward everyone in the room. Only 4 people had been present when the lights went out. Professor Dev, Rudra, Kabir, and herself. The mastermind had achieved exactly what he wanted. Questions filled every mind. Before anyone could speak, Professor Dev whispered one last sentence. The traitor. Everyone leaned closer. Isn't one of you? Relief washed over their faces. Professor Dev managed a faint smile. He's already inside the intelligence agency. The heart monitor suddenly beeped rapidly as doctors rushed into the room. Everyone out. As the doors closed, Anaya gripped Rudra's hand. If the mastermind had planted someone inside the agency itself, the enemy could know every move they made. The war had just become far more dangerous. To be continued, Heavy Blackheart Fire.
Thanks for listening. Stay updated for next part. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe.